Welcome back to Tahoe Tonight. Special guest from the TRPA, Mr. Jeff Cowan is here.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Very good, very glad to be here,
Welcome
thanks.
to the show. TRPA.
Well, so we are the Tahoe Regional Planning Agency. That's what TRPA stands for. A lot of people have heard of us. We are the environmental regulatory agency and planning agency for the Lake Tahoe region. So we were created about 40 years ago when there was an alarming rate and pace of development because of unchecked growth was really starting to take away all the natural resources. So the states of California and Nevada got together, they signed a compact, they gave us jurisdiction over land use and things like that. But ever since then, we've just been really focusing on water clarity, water quality, and emergent environmental issues. We have regulatory programs, we have restoration programs, the biggest one being the Environmental Improvement Program. That started in about 1997. That program alone, probably about $1.5 billion so far in restoration funding has come into the Lake Tahoe region, just specifically focused on fixing all the mistakes of the past.
And that funding, does that come from a government source, like a federal government, state government? Where does your funding come from?
Pretty much everything that you do in Lake Tahoe is a partnership. So it's a mix of funding. There is federal funding, but there's state, local funding, and a significant portion of the funding for the EIP is actually private investment because individual property owners up here have to install erosion control measures on their house. And that alone has been about $300 million to date.
What's new this year for the TRPA? What are some of your initiatives?
Well, there's a ton of lake-saving projects that are really going in the ground. What we've seen a lot of planning, over the last 10 years to get projects that actually reduce the amount of fine sediment that's flowing into the lake from our roadways, from our urban centers, from our homes, things like that. Well, the Highway 50 project right here on South Shore from Trout Creek to Ski Run Boulevard is finally breaking ground. So a lot of the construction traffic that you guys are seeing on the South Shore is specifically a lake-saving project where we're putting in bike lanes that helps the air quality, and we're doing, Caltrans in the city are doing stormwater filtration devices under the roadway to actually clean the stormwater before it gets into the lake.
I've had some of those around my house too, the water flow. And what about fire in Tahoe Basin? Do you guys deal with fire issues?
Absolutely. So we're a partner with the Tahoe Fire and Fuels team. There is a 10-year fuel reduction strategy. If around your neighborhoods, there's halos, shaded fuel breaks being created that we're working with the fire districts and with the U.S. Forest Service in partnership to really get those projects streamlined and implemented quickly. Now, the other thing we do is we've kind of helped homeowners understand the rules about tree removal, and we've worked to educate a lot of people about that it's actually a 14-inch tree can be removed from your property without a permit. So it's not until you get to really large trees that you actually need a permit from anybody at all. But if you do need a permit to remove a tree from your property for defensible space, and you just go to the local fire district and they give you a permit on our behalf.
I'm a boat owner. Tell us about boat inspections.
Watercraft inspections, as always, are still mandatory since 2008. There's a lot of invasive species out there that we're trying to keep out of Lake Tahoe and from spreading around inside the basin. So mandatory watercraft inspections this year. Go to TahoeBoatInspections.com for all the information on where to go, because this year you have to go to an off-ramp inspection location to get your inspection before you actually go to your launch site. So don't go to your launch site without an inspection this year.
Where do we get more information on the TRPA? Do you have a website? Can we call you on the phone?
Absolutely. You can please call me if you want, 775-588-4547. And then our website is trpa.org.
Great. Jeff, thank you for joining us.
Thank
you,
Paul.
To meet you.
I know, thank you.
I'm Paul Reeder. You're watching Tahoe Tonight. We'll be right back.